Magandang umaga guys, Kuya Kurt here. I am in the South Triangle of the Quezon City area of Metro Manila, Philippines. I just got here last night. As I was walking around trying to scout out some cool little carinderias or locally owned restaurants, I saw this across the street, Pepeton'S, and some of the staff actually came out while I was across the street. They recognized me from the vlog and they said, please come review our restaurant. We would love to be featured on the vlog. So here we are guys, it's 10:45 in the morning. This is the best time they said to come. It's the most quiet. We're not gonna bother any of their other patrons. So we're gonna go try it out. I took a look at their menu earlier. It's huge guys. They have so much stuff. So we're gonna try a couple of items. We're gonna give it a rating 1 through 10. I'll let you know how it is. Tara na! Magandang umaga!
Good morning, sir! Welcome to Pepeton'S! Masarap po dito!
Wow, ang galing ng introduction na yun. Guys, yung sabi ng mga tao dito is napakasarap ang pagkain po ninyo. Tama ba yun?
Yes, sir.
Sobra. Ano, sa menu nyo, ano pa yung pinaka na masarap?
Pinaka-specialty namin, sir, is yung deep fried pig face, sir.
Deep fried pig face. Wow,
That's
guys.
kapalmok, sir.
First time na susubukan ko yan siguro. Siguro pwede kong i-order yun?
Yes, sir.
Tapos ito si, okay na nasa harap kayo ng camera.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Sige, para maging artista na.
Yes, sir.
Guys, ito si Kuya
Ryan.
at saka si Kuya. Hi. Guys, check out their inside here. This is absolutely beautiful. So they got bamboo lampshades, guys. The inside is just beautiful. The aircon is masarap. So let's take a seat and look at the menu and see what they've got. Perfect, guys. We're gonna take, oh, there's an aircon right here, guys. It feels so great. Okay. Oh, the ambiance is fantastic, guys. But look at this menu. Tapos yung sabi mo kanina, yung
That's kapalmok, sir.
kapal mooks house specialty. Pig face yun talaga.
Yes, sir.
Yung buong
Crispy pig face.
muka or yung ano, pisngi, tenga, or lahat-lahat. Ay, guys, we gotta try that. Siguro susubukan natin yun, yung kapal mooks house specialty. At tapos, yung mga iba, sabi nila na masarap talaga yung bulalo nyo.
Yes, sir. Sinigang bulalo, sir.
Yung nasaan ba yun?
This
Sa,
one, sir, sinigang.
ayun, sinigang bulalo. Wow. Tapos, gaano kalaki yung serving na ito?
Serving yan is good for 4 to 5 persons.
Good for 4 to 5 people, guys, or isang Kurt. Siguro yung desserts nyo, anong masarap dito?
Specialty namin for dessert, sir, is sa banana caramel.
Yung sa banana caramel. Ay, ito. Tapos, gano'ng katagal ang kailangan nyo for paghahanda?
At least 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes. Okay, guys. So we're gonna hang out here for a few minutes while they prepare. Okay, guys, we're gonna check out the kitchen a little later. Tapos may Coke Zero kayo.
Yes, sir.
Pwedeng isang Coke Zero.
Okay, sir.
Coca-Cola Lights. Para masarap. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ryan, ha? Magaling kayo mag-Tagalog, no?
Yes, sir.
So guys, I don't usually, as you guys see, I don't usually review bigger restaurants like this because you can see the atmosphere is just absolutely beautiful. They've got huge space. There's an outdoor space as well. We're going to take a look at that here in a minute. And then they're also going to show us their kitchen. But you can see here they've got TVs, they've got security cameras, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 giant air cons cooling this place down. It feels sobrang masarap inside, guys. But as you guys know from a lot of my other videos, I don't typically come to larger restaurants like this because I like to feature smaller, locally owned mom and pop restaurants to give them some exposure on the platform that you guys have given me. But every once in a while, I do like to feature a larger restaurant that's not too much of a chain, so it's not like a, like a Burger King or something like that. Because it does help show the variety of food. It kind of almost gives like a viewing of Filipino dining here in the Philippines, from like super basic to like very, what's the word? Not prestigious, parang ano siya, like, what's the word here, guys? Like not super fancy, it's like super simple to like quasi fancy. Parang fancy siya, di ba? So every once in a while, we'll see a restaurant like this where we can like show a little bit more of like an upper scale dining experience, just to give you guys an idea of what it's like here in the Philippines. And the reason, I've been reading the comments. I try to read as many comments as I can, and I try to respond to as many as I can here on YouTube. It gets tough though because YouTube gives you, like all of the statistics about your channel, and in 1 week, I'm receiving anywhere from like 3 to 4 thousand comments, which is absolutely awesome. And I wish I could respond to every single one, but that would turn into like a 24-hour a day job. So I try to respond to like 15, 20, 25 comments on every video just to interact with you guys, answer questions, provide clarification. But one question that I've been getting a couple of times is why am I showcasing food on the vlog? Because if you remember, I'm super new to vlogging. It's like we're like 2 months in, guys. And when I started vlogging, I wanted to do daily content, and I didn't know exactly what form that would take. I didn't know if it was going to be like a just follow me around for the day and see what I'm doing or stuff like that. So we've got soup coming as well, guys. So I didn't know what I was going to do, if it was just like what format of vlog, because there's like the Casey Neistats where like his vlog was like very beautifully curated. If you guys don't know Casey Neistat, he's the guy with the curly hair who started vlogging on YouTube in like 20, I want to say it was like 2014, maybe it was earlier than that. But he was like one of the original vloggers on YouTube, and he kind of like set the precedence. He kind of set up the foundation of what it is to be a vlogger, to like showcase daily life to people on the internet. And his vlogs are just like so beautiful and like very well edited, and they're like almost like every vlog of his is like a miniature movie. So, but then you've got other guys like a guy I follow. His name is Sam Sulek. Super funny guy, very down to earth, very chill. He does vlogs. He just started last year, but he's already got like 3 or 4 million followers. But his vlogs are literally just him, a microphone, and a camera, and it's usually him in his car driving to the gym, working out, and then just talking to the camera. Like minimal editing, no subtitle, like nothing. And his videos have just gone viral. So there's no right way to do vlogging. But for me, I wanted to vlog about something that I have a passion for. And I don't have a lot of passions in life, guys, but one of my passions is keeping my Tagalog language skills fluent, and studying other cultures and histories and customs. That's very, very interesting to me, because growing up in America, I wasn't really exposed to a whole lot of different cultures other than my own. So like growing up, I didn't have a whole lot of different cultural exposure other than like my immediate family. So I wasn't really exposed to like Mexican culture or Indian culture. We didn't eat a lot of exotic foods in my family. We didn't grow up super rich, but we always had a roof over our heads, and we always had food in our bellies, even though sometimes my parents had to get really creative with stretching the budget to feed 8 kids. But basically, when I turned 19, the Philippines was the first country that I was exposed to other than my own, the first culture that I was exposed to other than my own, the first language other than my own that I was exposed to. Like the Philippines was really an incremental part of me becoming an adult, because I was 19. I lived here for 2 years. I had just turned 19 when I got to the Philippines. I was a young kid, very inexperienced in the world, very naive, and I kind of like learned how to be an adult in the Philippines. Because as you guys know from watching previous vlogs, I lived in super northern Luzon, in the bundak, in the barangay, in the bukid. That's where I learned my Tagalog for the first time. But I just, I fell in love with the Philippines. And that's like I said, most foreigners fall in love with the Philippines because it's so easy to love it here. The people, the language, the food. Anyway, long story short, guys, I was trying to figure out what type of vlog I wanted to do. And I know that I wanted to focus somehow on doing a vlog, a daily piece of content that helps me practice my Tagalog, but also is about stuff that I'm interested in, which is, like I said, Philippine history, customs, culture. And then I realized very quickly that food very much encompasses all of those things. You can't talk about a different culture's food without talking about their language. You can't talk about sinigang bulalo without knowing about sinigang, without knowing about bulalo. Hi, thank you, Ryan. Guys, we're getting set up nice here. We got water, we got our Coke. You also can't talk about sinigang bulalo without understanding like what the ingredients are. That's more Tagalog. When you talk about food, you have to talk about customs and history and culture and the people. Food, for me, and I think for a lot of people, food is a representation of an entire culture. It very, very nicely shares to people where that culture comes from, its history, its people, its language. So anyway, long story short, I'm just winding on here. I wanted to talk about food because food, and I love food. And also another note, and also, when I lived here in Northern Luzon, it was bawal para sa amin, yung mga misyonaryo. It was bawal para sa amin na kumain sa street food. We couldn't eat at any carinderias because, the leadership thought that our stomachs were not super used to the different types of food here. So I didn't get exposed to a lot of food other than what we just cooked at home, and then what some local families would occasionally invite us over for a meal. We would eat that food. But other than that, the first time I ever had bulalo or lomi or lugaw or sinigang or sinagag or halo-halo or pancit bihon or kare-kare or afritada. The first time I ever had any of those dishes was just recently, like in the last few years. So this is all super new to me. And if it's new to me, it's new to other people. And that's really what I want to share on this channel is how delicious the food is here in the Philippines, because through the food, you will learn about the culture. And by learning about the culture, you will come to love the culture, just like I have. So I think that's why food is a really great presentation for a vlog, because, and I've had multiple people message me on my channel, on Instagram, on TikTok. I've had lots of people message me saying, hey, through watching some of your content, I got inspired to go visit a local Filipino restaurant for the first time, and I fell in love with adobo or pancit or their lumpia or whatever it is. And it's just like that little seed that's planted, guys, because Mark Twain, who was an American author and writer and poet in the 1800s, the 19th century, he has a really famous quote, and I'm going to slaughter the quote here, but he basically said, travel and exposure to other cultures kills prejudice. So if you think about someone who is like incredibly racist or prejudiced or bigoted, if you think of like the stereotype of what that person looks like, very commonly, they're probably not like a super well-traveled person. Like think of like a white, I hope YouTube doesn't take this video down for me saying these words. I hope like a white supremacist like probably doesn't like love Indian food, or probably isn't a huge fan of like Peruvian cuisine. Do you know what I mean? They don't have a lot of exposure to other cultures, and that feeds into their prejudice. So by exposing yourself to other cultures, like it's impossible to hate people. Like when you live among a people and you participate in their daily life and you share their customs and you learn about their history and you eat their food, how are you going to have a prejudice against them? It's impossible. So anyway, guys, this is a really long rant before the food gets here about why I'm focusing on food, particularly local cuisine from the carinderia, from the sari-sari store, the different snacks and ice creams and drinks that they have here in the Philippines, and then from more upscale restaurants, the more finely prepared dishes that have like a lot of presentation and secret recipes to them. So anyway, guys, we're gonna wait for the food to come out. I'm gonna go ask again if we can see the kitchen, because I would love to see a little bit of how they prepare, and give you guys kind of like an insider's view of what that looks like. So guys, they have a huge seating area out here. And you can probably also tell when this vlog was shot, because it's Father's Day tomorrow. So Dad, happy Father's Day to you. I love you. Thank you for all you've done for our family. Mahal kita. But you see here, they have this beautiful dining area outside. They told me that this area is like super lively during the evening. And like, I was kind of taken aback here in Quezon, because like, just look at like the traffic right now, guys. There is none. So it's like super mapayapa, tahimik dito. It's a great place for a meal. They have all of this outdoor plants and foliage. Oh, do they have an upstairs too? Oh wow, they've got a koi pond, guys. Look at this. And then let's take a look upstairs, guys. This is like beautiful. Wow. Look at this, guys. So they do not mess around up here. They are ready to go for entertaining. And it's so funny because I was waiting for my Airbnb to let me in right over there at the Gracia Telecom building. I was sitting in those chairs with my luggage and everything, waiting to go up. They were cleaning it for me. But as I was sitting there, I started hearing people go, "Hey, Tagalog Kurt, Tagalog Kurt." I looked over here. It was Ryan and another guy named Arnold, who are employees here, were yelling at me, telling me to come over last night and like basically have a good time here, because this place gets pretty busy and like really filled up and just lively around 8 p.m. So that's how I found out about this place, is they were yelling at me to come over. Which I'm glad they did, because this place is absolutely beautiful, guys. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick peek at the kitchen, and then we're gonna go back and see how the food looks. But this is absolutely gorgeous, guys. They've got live fish, they've got koi, they've got this beautiful grill where they're cooking up some talong eggplant. Absolutely great, guys. So let's go wait for the food, and then I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Guys, we are in the belly of the beast. Look at this, guys. Woo! Guys, it is mainit. Busy back there. No. Thank you, Woo! Guys, that was like, so I used to work in a restaurant when I was in high school. I was a waiter at a 50s style diner. So it was a diner that like looked like it was from the 1950s, but every so often I would have to go back in the kitchen and help the chefs. So being back there and like seeing like just like the craziness, like the activity, like that brings back so many memories of that time in high school when I was just like serving food, taking orders, helping the line cooks prepare stuff. And you can see like it's hot back there, guys. There's no aircon, and it's already hot outside, and those guys are working in super hot temperature. So we're going to be sure to leave a big tip for the staff, to like thank them for all of their hard work and just being so kind and accommodating for me. And that's coming from you guys. So I really want to say I appreciate the stars that you guys give on Facebook. I didn't know that you could do this, but apparently you can, I guess, like tip money on YouTube, like in the comments. I had no idea you could do that until a few weeks ago, but I've been seeing a few people do that. So I really want to thank you guys. All of that money goes straight to these guys as tips. So we make sure to leave a nice tip for everyone, every place that we go to make sure that we're sharing that support for local entrepreneurs, local restaurants, local staff to help spread the love. So thank you guys for that. But they're getting the food ready right now, so we're gonna wait till it comes out, and then we're gonna taste it and review it. Wow, guys. Talagang for 4 to 6 people ito. This is enormous. And I think on the menu, I saw that this was, I think like $10, around 500 pesos. Look at this, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. Jeez. So Bulalo, for you guys that don't know, Bulalo is like this beef soup, like slash stew. And the main ingredient, or like the key ingredient is, I believe, someone correct me in the comments if this isn't right, the bone marrow. So in every bulalo, you're gonna see Oh wow, guys, look at this! Look at this meaty bone right here. So you're gonna see in every bulalo the bone with bone marrow in it that's might get dissolved in the heat of the stew. But look at this, guys! Absolutely fantastic. Golly. Let's serve a little bit of this up, guys. I don't know if I should wait for the other pig face to come out. So let's get some of this bulalo in here. Look at this, guys. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, guys. So we got to get all of this delicious soup. I don't want to spill any. Let's get some of this. Oh, yeah. Look at that, guys. So, as you guys know, I tell every restaurant that I go to, it's just me. It's just me eating, and I really don't want to waste food. So, if you can, just serve me a sampling of the food. Tikman lang ang gusto ko. So we don't waste the food. But also, that almost never happens because I know that restaurants obviously want to showcase like the presentation of their food because like look how huge this is, guys. This is as big as my head. So this is only my third time having bulalo here in the Philippines, guys. So I'm actually very excited for it. A little bit of a close-up for you guys to see what I'm dealing with here. We've got the bone marrow, the meat. We've got some onions, carrots, radishes, tomatoes, and then of course the special ingredient, which is the Knorr sinigang powder, which is pretty funny. So let's try some of this soup first. Oh, guys, my stomach literally just started growling. Maasim. You can really taste that sinigang, guys. Sinigang has like this sour flavor to it, but it's kind of like it's like making my mouth water after I just tried that first bite. Oh, guys, that is so good. Let's get some of this meat and some of this carrot and tomato. Let's get it all right here in one. Get some of this onion. Okay, guys, first actual spoonful of bulalo. It's hot. Guys. The way that they cook bulalo, here, first of all, this is absolutely freaking delicious. But the way that they cook bulalo here, I'm not sure what the preparatory method of the meat. Look at that, it just falls right off the bone. But the beef here, when they cook it in this stew in bulalo, the beef tastes exactly like the meat that my mom used to use in her stews when I was a kid, and even until now, because she still cooks. Look at this, guys. That looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna get some soup on there as well. So it has a very familiar consistency and taste to the meat that my mom used to use for her stews. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I know a lot of people, when they eat different cuts of meat, they cut the fat off. The fat, I'm telling you guys, eat the fat. Not only is it great for your body, it's so good. It's delicious. In you know, the right portions, obviously. Don't just like shove handfuls of fat in your mouth. But guys, this whole dish together, the meat and the, oh guys, here's the special treat. Okay. Let's make some room here.
We can have our
Wow.
This one's couples.
Guys, look at this. So guys, they're gonna get some ingredients to make a dipping sauce, but just look at this, guys. I'm so sorry, my friend. You sacrificed your life so that I could eat some of you. I appreciate your sacrifice. I thank you for your life. I hope you lived a good one. Mukhang masarap. Okay, so let's, this is gonna last me like 7 meals, guys. Or maybe we can find someone to share this with. So I wanna taste this meat and these sauces by themselves first. So let's get a little better angle there. Okay, so this is the, he said this is the liver sauce. This tastes like mang tamos sauce. Very good. And then he said this is the specialty house mixture. That's very good. And then if we want, we've got some peppers that we can add into there. And then of course, as always, guys, my God. So let's try a piece of this by itself. Oh, wow. Oh, guys. I don't know if you can hear that. That is some crispy skin. Paano sabihin crispy sa Tagalog? Ma-crispy? Ma-crispy na balat? So let's try it just with the meat and the skin itself. This is my first time having pig face, guys. So I'm very excited. Wow. Guys, it's like eating. Can you hear that crunching? It's like eating a piece of chicharron with juicy, tender meat. Wow, that's very, very good. And now I'm gonna try this with some of this mang tomas sauce because I think that's what it is. It tastes like it at least. So here's the pig face with some liver sauce, as he called it. Guys, this is so, so good. All right, now let's try it with a little bit of the special sausawan sauce that he recommended. Sorry. The skin is crispy and crackly. The meat is super tender and juicy. It is, as my first time eating pig face, it is a little off-putting seeing all of the pig's teeth in here. Just reminds me that I'm eating a pig's face. But it's delicious nonetheless, guys. So I'm very, very happy with this. So let's get a nice big piece and make sure we avoid getting any of this teeth in there. So let's get that on there. Let's get some of this sauce on there. Get that, let that soak in. Actually, I'm just gonna let that soak for just a second. And then, of course, guys, as always, we need a good helping of rice. Okay. So we've got our rice. We've got our meat. Let's have a nice big mouthful. Oh. It is hot, guys, but it is delicious. I think the pig's face was 1,000 pesos, so that's like $20. Kind of expensive, but it can definitely feed. This is a meal for 3 to 4 people. A lot of meat on here. And the sinigang is also, I used to have 3 to 4 people. So, and the sinigang was, I think, 500 or 600 pesos, if I remember correctly. So all of this for about 1,500 pesos. What's that, $30? So this will feed, I mean, this is gonna feed like 6 people, guys. So it's quite affordable if you have a group here. If you're nag-iisa katulad ko, bahala ka na. And then I think we have a dessert coming. If I remember, I'll ask him. And then of course, we've got our achara here, which is pickled papaya, I think. And you're supposed to eat this. I think if you're switching between foods, is that correct? You're supposed to use this to kind of like clean your palate. I'm not a big fan of pickled stuff. And then there's, on the bone here, guys, there's more meat underneath. So this is like, this is just a ton of food. Ugh. Just look at that. It's got fat. Absolutely delicious. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this food. I'm starting to get the meat sweats from eating. So let's make some room here, guys. That's so much food, guys. I think we're going to take this. There are a few people that I passed the other day walking around looking for local restaurants. There's a few people that I saw that are living on the streets. So I'm going to take this to them and see if I can't give it to them and hopefully give a good meal. Otherwise, when the meals are this big, there's no way that I can finish it, even in like 3 or 4 days. So typically what I do is I ask the staff if they would like it for later. If it's a local caranderia where it's a little bit less formal than here, I'll ask them to just share it with some kids on the streets. Or I also could just ibaon ko ito. I get it to take out. And then we give it to some people that we pass on the street that would like to have it. So we'll see if we can find some like that. So guys, it's like a Philippine banana split, he says. So this has saging, caramel, he said. Let's get like a good view. Look at that, guys. Wow. Okay, let's give this a taste. Let's try the ice cream first. It's like a vanilla bean ice cream with these like little crumbles on top. I don't know what that is. Let's get this saging. Here we go, guys. Saging with vanilla ice cream and caramel sauce. It's almost exactly like a banana split, guys. He wasn't lying. Wow. Let's get some more of that sauce on here. Guys, this is very, very good. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely delicious. And guys, I have a sweet tooth, so I could eat this whole thing in one sitting. Absolutely fantastic meal here, guys. I am not disappointed. If you're in the Manila area, if you're in the Cavite area, make your way up here. I highly recommend the sinigang Bulalo. I highly recommend this masterful piece of banana ice cream. And then also the mukhang baboy. I already forget what it was called because I was too busy enjoying the food. Give those a try, guys. The staff here are absolutely unbelievable. They're so nice. They're so accommodating. We're going to leave them a nice big tip for all of the back kitchen staff and the front staff. We're going to make sure that we give that to them directly. And then we're going to share all of this food with anyone who would like to have it. Oh, okay. Thank you. So, guys, for the banana split, the sinigang bulalo, and the mukhang baboy, it comes to about 2,155 pesos. So, guys, we're going to pay this. We're going to leave a big tip for them. And then if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe, give it a try. Ryan, anong gusto niyong sabihin sa mga follower ko? Yung last words.
Please follow Pepeton'S also at our page. Pepeton'S Quezon City and Pepeton'S Marikina branch.
Tapos sundin niyo si Ryan para pwede siyang mag-artista na para maging sikat. Okay guys, this is Kuya Kurt. Salamat hanggang sa susunod. Kita-kits. Sige.